傅文克先生是兀兰永念堂总裁，公司投资了几千万设立新加坡最大殡仪馆，这也是东南亚首个使用太阳能的殡仪馆，占地总面积高达5000平方公尺。他是新加坡房地产商，更是位著名的艺术藏家，收藏作品包括著名画家吴冠中、齐白石、李可染、林子平等画家作品。傅文克先生于2018年主办了古时存心林子平奇人奇艺画展，并成功为善济医社和总统慈善挑战基金筹款各25万元善款。可以与我们分享一下您的行业吗？
I'm a real estate developer and I'm also an art collector. This year, one of our biggest projects this year is actually the building of a Woodlands Memorial, which we aim to be the largest and best funeral parlor in Singapore. Best in terms of the architectures, the design, and also in terms of the number of wake halls, as well as the largest land area and the most number of wake halls in Singapore, with up to 14 halls.
您的事业经营之道可以与我们分享一下吗？
I've been a developer for more than, coming to almost 20 years now. We have a lot of ideas and always trying new concepts that will appeal to the market. So in designing this latest project, Woodlands Memorial, we've actually consulted a lot of people in the industry, find out what are the current characteristics in the market that is not, that users may find very inconvenient or not so ideal. So we are now trying to conceptualize everything and try to make the funeral parlor the best and most user-friendly to visitors.
是什么样的初衷让您投身于慈善事业？
We've been very fortunate, whether in business or in our lives. So I think I come from a poor family. My wealth is self-made, and I think it's very important that as we become successful ourselves, I think we should contribute to society. So along the way, we try to help a lot of good charities that done a lot of good. That the money that we contribute is able to impact society, impact a lot of people meaningfully.
您现在拥有什么样的慈善头衔吗？
In the past, I have been one of the directors at Chay Medical. We also contributed meaningfully to Chay Medical. I'm now one of the honorary director of both Chay and Chay Medical Institution.
您个人的慈善价值观是什么？
There are a lot of charities around in Singapore. I think what we really want to do is to make sure that the charities are able to contribute meaningfully and touch and impact the lives of those that they serve. Importantly, my particular sense is that I like the medical, especially the providing free medical to people in need. I have also a soft spot for the elderly, so generally the charities that we try to help is mostly along these lines.
可以与我们分享一下您对生命的看法吗？
Life is short. We don't have much for our life as a human. We don't have our life is pretty short, also 80 years on average. So I think when we're doing this particular business, actually we've seen a lot. There are people who pass away when they're very young, as early as 30 plus, 40 plus, and 50 plus. So it changes the perspective of life that, your life can be very short and it can end prematurely. So when we are living in our life, we should try to do the best we can to our families, to impact society, to help those in need.
可以与我们分享一下您与善济医社以及现任主席卓顺发太平绅士的缘分吗？
I know Dr. To in 2008 when he was the chairman, executive chairman of Novena Holdings. At the time, we were talking about business dealing. But I remember very well that on the first meeting, he already impressed me. He was different. He had a lot of ideas and philosophy about life that impacted me greatly, and I was very inspired and motivated by him. So we kept in close contact for many years after that, and a few years later he sold everything in Novena and to become the chairman for Chay Medical. So I really admire him for his work, and I can see that he's doing a lot of great work in Chay, from very not well-known charity to what it is today. The latest is that they have bought their own building, and he has done very well. And I think he's a good person, a very wholesome person, and really try his very best to help those around him. And the difference is that because he was a businessman, so he's able to try to do charity in a very efficient and cost-effective manner.
您觉得善济医社义务执行主席卓顺发太平绅士是一个什么样的人？
I know Dr. To, not just as the chairman of Chay Medical. I know him personally, and I've known him since 2008. As the chairman, I think it's a very difficult task for him, because I think many times I know that he actually reached deep into his own personal pocket to try to help the charity, using his own personal money, to treat friends to lunch and to do a lot of social events that he does not claim, but it's just coming out from his own personal expenses. So I think he's very great, and in fact very sacrificial. I think he's probably made his own contribution in terms of time, his own personal expenses, and a lot of effort, and he could have spent his time doing his own business, building up his own wealth, but I think he has spent more than 10-15 years on Chay Medical. So I think I really admire him, and he really inspires me.
善济全体同仁，致力打造